To the next edition of the verse, the hymn and the words. Today I am reading from 2 Timothy chapter 2 verses 3 to 5. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. So the hymn I have chosen today is Onward Christian Soldiers. It's a hymn from the 19th century that remains popular today, and the hymn's references or the theme was taken from the references that I read today to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3 especially, Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. It was written to encourage Christians in their ongoing battles with temptations within themselves and the evil forces throughout the world. The language is child-friendly, relying on a single metaphorical image, the marching as soldiers. And in the first stanza, the poet sets the scene for a spiritual conflict between Jesus and the devil. Instances of personification, hell's foundations, cure in stanza 2. Throughout its history, Onward Christian Soldiers has been associated with many tunes, but this tune that I sing is a tune that I learned from the CSI church where I grew up, Trivandrum. And in this context, Onward Christian Soldiers functions as a children's processional, where the military language is used to describe the movement of children through the town. In approaching the parish church, the children were preparing to engage in religious study, giving them the ability to struggle against sin and the wickedness of the world. Though the hymn was not very popular and had seen dark light during some time, it was restored and resulted from a course of healthy debate over the use of military imagery, recognizing its biblical and early Christian origins as well as its changing perception after the horror of modern warfare during Korea, Vietnam, First and Second World Wars. The final decision of the hymnal community marked a willingness to enact the will of the church to the disagreement of editors and theologians. Nevertheless, when Onward Christian Soldiers does appear, it is edited with a reduction of the number of stanzas. To many, the circumstances surrounding its controversy may indicate that, at best, Onward Christian Soldiers is no longer relevant to sing. At worst, it may be dangerous in perpetuating the acceptability of religious warfare, metaphorical or otherwise. The absurd in worship. In his article, Thomas Long in 2012 suggested that one came to the mind through a specific experience of singing this hymn, not dissimilar to Baring-Gould's experience of writing this hymn for a specific time and place. While singing this hymn, surrounded by a small aging congregation, Long recognized the absurd image of the people marching to war. But this absurdity gave meaning to the hymn, not in viewing the church as an entity able to militaristically destroy its enemies, but as one that makes no advance except that of love and has no enemy but that which undermines God's hope for human flourishing. The first stanza is Onward Christian Soldiers marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ, the royal master, leads against the foe. Forward into battle, see his banner go. And the refrain, Onward Christian Soldiers marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. So it goes like this in the way that I learned it at the church. Onward Christian soldiers marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe. Forward into battle, see his banner go. Onwards, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. At the sign of triumph, Satan's host doth flee. On then, Christian soldiers, on to victory. Hell's foundations quiver at the shout of praise. Brothers, lift your voices, loud your anthems raise. Like a mighty army moves the church of God. Brothers, we are treading where the saints have trod. We are not divided, all one body we. One in hope and doctrine, one in charity. Onward then, ye people, join our happy throng. Blend with us your voices in the triumph song. Glory, Lord, and honor unto Christ the King. This through countless ages, men and angels sing. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before.